was a warm July afternoon. I was waiting for the bus. The road was quiet, the sky was clear. There was no need to rush. You stood beside me in the shade and smiled a little shy. You asked me, have you waited long? I said, a little while. That was the summer I met you, before I knew your name. Just a simple hello between us, but nothing felt the same. I did not know where it would lead or what the years would bring. I only knew I hoped that bus would take its time arriving. We talked about the summer heat and places we had been. You laughed when I forgot my words, then helped me start again. The bus arrived and we got on. 2 empty seats were there. You sat beside the open window. Warm wind moved through your hair. That was the summer I met you. Before our love began, I tried to look outside the window, but watched you when I could. The streets went slowly passing by beneath the afternoon sun. And when you told me where you lived, I wished the ride were long. You left the bus one stop before me and waved before you went. I watched you walking down the road and wondered what it meant. For days I thought about your smile and every word you said. A quiet little afternoon stayed gently in my head. Then Sunday came and there you were, waiting in the same old place. I tried to hide how glad I was, but you could see my face. That was the summer I met you, when love was new and shy. We had no plans or promises, just time to let pass by. It started with a quiet hello on an ordinary day. And even now I think of it and smile in the same way. The road has changed since those days. The old bus may be gone, but somewhere in that summer light, our story carries on. You wore a yellow shirt that day, with sleeves rolled up just so. It may have been an ordinary shirt, but I remember it, you know. The summer sun was on your face. You brushed your hair away. I cannot tell you what I wore, but I remember you that day. You wore a yellow shirt and smiled when I looked down. I tried so hard to hide my smile. Whenever you turned around, there were many people passing by, but I hardly saw a thing. All I saw was yellow in the middle of everything. We stopped beside a little shop to buy a drink to share. You held the door and waited as if you had all day to spare. You asked me what I like to hear and what I like to read. I gave you short and careful answers. You listened patiently. You wore a yellow shirt beneath the summer sky. I wondered if you noticed how I could not meet your eyes. I do not know the words you used or everything we said, but I remember yellow and the sunlight overhead. A bicycle went rolling past. A dog slept by the door. We stood there talking in the shade a little longer than before. You laughed about a silly thing. I laughed because you did. I felt so young and nervous then, and did my best to hide it. Some memories grow faint with time. Some faces lose their place, but little things can stay with us. A color and a face, a shirt, a smile, a summer day. The way you spoke my name. Whenever I see yellow now, I think of you again. You wore a yellow shirt that warm and quiet day. I watched you turn the corner, then slowly walk away. There was no kiss, no promise, no reason I should know that one small summer afternoon would stay so many years. I may forget 1,000 things as seasons come and go, but you wore a yellow shirt that day, and that much I still know. You gave my book back after class and placed it in my hand. You said you liked the story, but not the way it ends. I carried it home under my arm and left it by my chair. I did not know a folded note was quietly waiting there. It slipped between the pages when I opened it that night. A little piece of paper folded once and written tight. I knew your careful handwriting before I read a word. began to hurry, though the room was still and quiet. A note inside my book, a few words written small. May I call you Friday evening? I hope you do not mind at all. I read it once, then twice again, and held it in my hand. A note inside my book was more than I had planned. I placed it back between the pages, then took it out once more. I walked across my little room and sat down by the door. I wondered what your voice would sound like coming through the phone, and what I ought to say to you if we were both alone. A note inside my book, your number at the end. May I call you Friday evening? And underneath, your friend. I smiled at that one little word and whispered it out loud. The house was full of people, but I felt alone somehow. Nothing fancy, no flowers and no rhyme, just one small question written down and one suggested time. But love was new and simple then, a few words meant so much. We kept the things we cared about and held them close to us. A note inside my book still brings that night to mind. Your letters leaned a little left, your name was underlined. I did not need to write you back, I knew what I would do. On Friday night, beside the phone, I would be waiting for you. I folded it the way it was and placed it back once more, then closed the book and went to bed a little after 4. Friday evening came so slowly. I was home before 5. I changed my dress, then changed it back, and checked the time again. The telephone stood by the window, quiet on the little stand. Every time I passed beside it, I held your note inside my hand. I was waiting by the phone, trying not to let it show. Every sound out in the hallway made me think it might be you. I had practiced what to say, but the words had all gone wrong. So I waited by the phone and hoped you would not wait too long. to that old chair. I told her I was reading, but my book stayed open there. 7:30 came and left me, then the clock moved on to 8. I began to think you might have changed your mind about our date. I was waiting by the phone with your number in my hand. Though I knew that you would call me, I was making other plans. I would smile and speak quite calmly, I would never sound unsure. But when the telephone began to ring, I could not move at all. My sister reached to answer, but I hurried from my chair. I lifted up the receiver and softly said, "Hello." For just a moment neither spoke, then you laughed and said my name. You told me you were nervous too, and I began to feel the same. We talked about the weather and the music that we knew. Then you asked if I was free on Saturday at 2. You said, "Meet me by the record store." I said that I would try, though both of us already knew that I would be on time. I had waited by the phone. Now your voice was warm and near. All the words I could not think of became easy when I heard you. We said goodnight 3 times or more before we ended the call. Then I sat beside the silent phone and smiled there in the hall. I folded up your little note and turned off every light. I went to bed still smiling, with Saturday in mind. The corner early, though I tried to take my time. You were waiting by the record store at 10 minutes before 2. You smiled when you first saw me and opened up the door. We stepped inside together and slowly walked around. Saturday at the record store, looking through the rows, you showed me all the songs you loved and asked me what I knew. Our hands reached for the same old record, then we both let go. Saturday at the record store, with nowhere else to be. You knew the names of singers I had never heard before. You turned the records carefully and told me something more. I chose one by its cover, a couple walking in the rain. You said you had that record and often with music, but I heard your voice the most. The owner found a record he thought that we might like. He placed it on the player and left us side by side. It was a slow and simple song. We listened without words. I looked down at the wooden floor and hoped you had not seen. You asked if I would like to walk when we were finished there. I waited for a moment, then said that I would care. You bought the record we had heard and handed it to me. You said you'd keep it for a while, as gently as could be. Saturday at the record store, the afternoon went by. We talked about the smallest things and never checked the time. The song had reached its ending, but we stayed a little more. Two young hearts taking their time inside that quiet store. I kept that record all these years, its cover bent and worn. Whenever I remember you, I see that little store. We left the record store at 3. The sun was still outside. You carried our old record, and I walked by your side. The afternoon was warm and still. The street was almost bare. We did not have a place to go, but neither of us cared. We stopped beside a little shop with bottles by the door. You counted all the coins you had, then counted them once more. You asked me which one I would like. I said, you choose for me. You bought a bottle of orange soda and smiled so easily. We shared a bottle of soda beneath the quiet tree. You took one sip and passed it carefully to me. It was only something simple on an ordinary day, but I remember how my hands were trembling anyway. We sat upon a wooden bench and watched the people pass. The cold drops on the bottle were shining on the glass. You told me about your family, the house where you grew up. I listened to each little story and wished it would not stop. We shared a bottle of soda and talked the hours away. The shadows crossed the sidewalk, but we decided we could stay. You asked me if I liked the song we heard inside the store. I said I liked it very much and liked the singer more. across the busy road and quickly turned away. There was no candle on a table, no flowers in a room, just one cold drink between us on a quiet afternoon. We shared a bottle of soda until there was no more, then walked together down the street past every little store. You held the empty bottle and I held our record tight. We took our time along the road before the afternoon became night. I have forgotten many things from summers long ago, but I remember one cold drink and how I loved you so. The afternoon was fading when we started walking home. You asked me which road I would take. I said I do not know. The shortest way was straight ahead. We both could see the sign, but you turned down a quieter street and I walked by your side. We took the long way home, though neither said the reason. We passed the streets we needed and walked another mile. Every corner brought us closer to the place we had to part, so we took the long way home and gave ourselves more time. The shops were slowly closing and lights came on inside. A woman watered flowers as we quietly passed by. You told me about the things you wanted and places you might go. I listened as the evening came and hoped the road stayed long. We took the long way home beneath the evening sky. You walked a little closer but never asked me why. Our shoulders touched a moment, then we moved apart again. We took the long way home as slowly as we could. We stopped beside a crossing, though there were no cars around. You looked at me and almost spoke, then slowly looked back down. I wondered if you heard my heart or saw my nervous smile. The light had changed to green for us, but we waited for a while. At last we reached my corner where you had to say goodbye. You asked if you could see me again sometime next week. I said that I would like that, then held out my hand to you. You kept it for a moment before you let it go. We took the long way home and still it felt too short. The houses all were quiet when I walked through my door. I watched you from the window until you left my sight. We took the long way home on that warm summer night. There were many roads between us in the years that came along, but I still see that quiet street whenever I think of home. You gave me a little picture one afternoon in town. You said it was not very good and almost took it back. Your hair was slightly out of place. Your smile was small and shy. I told you I would keep it, though I could not tell you why. Your picture in my wallet went everywhere with me. I opened it when no one looked, just so I could see. It was only black and white with your name upon the back. Your picture in my wallet was the best thing that I had. Placed it by the old bus ticket and folded notes from you. It fit inside the smallest pocket like it belonged there too. My friends would ask me why I smiled whenever you came near. I always said it's nothing, then made sure the picture was still there. Your picture in my wallet stayed hidden every day. I looked at it between my classes, then quickly put it away. The corner slowly softened from all the times I held it. Your picture in my wallet was my little secret then. Sometimes when I missed your call or had a lonely day, I took the picture from my wallet and looked at your familiar face. There were no words of love between us, no promises had been made, but every time I saw your smile, my worries slipped away. Years later, I still found it in a box beside my bed. The picture had grown lighter, but I knew you right away. I turned it over carefully and read what you had written for you, so you remember me, and underneath the date, your picture in my wallet went everywhere with me, through ordinary afternoons and places you could not be. It was only black and white, but nothing felt more true. Your picture in my wallet kept me close to you. I held it for a little while, then placed it back again. A small reminder of the days when love was new to us. stood together at the corner. Neither one had said goodbye. Your bus was waiting by the station. The driver closed the door. You looked at me and took one step, then turned to me once more. See you again on Sunday. You said it with a smile, as if a week were nothing, as if it were a little while. I watched your bus move down the road until it passed from view. See you again on Sunday were the words I carried home. Monday moved a little slowly. Tuesday felt the same. On Wednesday, when the phone rang, I hoped to hear your name. Thursday brought a note from you. Friday brought the rain. Saturday, I chose my dress and changed my mind again. See you again on Sunday. I heard it in my mind through every quiet morning and every passing night. I marked the day upon my calendar, though I already knew. See you again on Sunday was enough to see me through. Sunday morning came with sunshine. I reached our place at 10. You were standing by the corner with that shy smile again. You asked me if I had been waiting. I said not very long, but I had counted every hour since the day that you had gone. We never needed grand occasions or somewhere new to go. A bench, a walk, a cup of tea were everything we knew. The week was full of ordinary days, but one day stood apart. Sunday was the little door that opened up my heart. See you again on Sunday became our simple way of saying that we missed each other without the words to say. And every time we had to part, I knew what you would do. You smiled and said, next Sunday. And I said, I'll be there too. Some promises are spoken once, then slowly disappear. But Sunday always came for us and brought you back to me. We were so young when we first met, and shy about our hearts. A simple hello stayed with us, and that was how it started. We saved the notes we used to write and waited for each call. The smallest things could make us smile. We did not need much more. A Saturday together, a Sunday met again. We had no plans for years ahead, no promises to keep. We only knew the time we shared was something we would need. We spent our coins on one cold drink and shared it in the shade. We listened to an old slow song and watched the record play. We walked the longest way back home to make the evening last, and kept a little photograph to hold the moments fast. We were so young, the days moved quietly. A note inside a borrowed book could mean the world to me. Your voice came through the telephone and made the whole room new. There were 100 ordinary things that led my heart to you. The record store has disappeared, the street has changed its name. The buses look so different now, but I recall the same. The way you waited at the corner, the way you smiled at me, the way we never said too much but understood so easily. If I could walk that road once more, I would not change a thing. I would take the seat beside you and hear the songs we used to sing. I would keep your folded letter and wait beside the phone, then choose the longest road again before I hurried home. We were so young and did not know how fast the years would turn our present days into a distant past. But every time I think of you, those days return somehow. We were so young and happy then, and I can feel it now. A little note, a faded picture, a song we used to know. They bring me back to who we were so many years ago. It was a warm July afternoon. I was waiting for the bus. The road was quiet, the sky was clear. There was no need to rush. You stood beside me in the shade and smiled a little shy. You asked me, have you waited long? I said, a little while. That was the summer I met you, before I knew your name. Just a simple hello between us, but nothing felt the same. I did not know where it would lead or what the years would bring. I only knew I hoped that bus would take its time arriving. We talked about the summer heat and places places we had been. You laughed when I forgot my words, then helped me start again. The bus arrived and we got on. 2 empty seats were there. You sat beside the open window. Warm wind moved through your hair. That was the summer I met you. Before our love began, I tried to look outside the window, but watched you when I could. The streets went slowly passing by beneath the afternoon sun. And when you told me where you lived, I wished the ride were long. You left the bus one stop before me and waved before you went. I watched you walking down the road and wondered what it meant. For days I thought about your smile and every word you said. A quiet little afternoon stayed gently in my head. Then Sunday came and there you were, waiting in the same old place. I tried to hide how glad I was, but you could see my face. That was the summer I met you, when love was new and shy. We had no plans or promises, just time to let pass by. It started with a quiet hello on an ordinary day. And even now I think of it and smile in the same way. The road has changed since those days. The old bus may be gone, but somewhere in that summer light, our story carries on. You wore a yellow shirt that day, with sleeves rolled up just so. It may have been an ordinary shirt, but I remember it, you know. The summer sun was on your face. You brushed your hair away. I cannot tell you what I wore, but I remember you that day. You wore a yellow shirt and smiled when I looked down. I tried so hard to hide my smile whenever you turned around. There were many people passing by, but I hardly saw a thing. All I saw was yellow in the middle of everything. We stopped beside a little shop to buy a drink to share. You held the door and waited as if you had all day to spare. You asked me what I liked to hear and what I liked to read. I gave you short and careful answers. You listened patiently. You wore a yellow shirt beneath the summer sky. I wondered if you noticed how I could not meet your eyes. I do not know the words words you used or everything we said, but I remember yellow and the sunlight overhead. A bicycle went rolling past. A dog slept by the door. We stood there talking in the shade a little longer than before. You laughed about a silly thing. I laughed because you did. I felt so young and nervous then, and did my best to hide it. Some memories grow faint with time, some faces lose their place, but little things can stay with us, a color and a face, a shirt, a smile, a summer day, the way you spoke my name. Whenever I see yellow now, I think of you again. You wore a yellow shirt that warm and quiet day. I watched you turn the corner, then slowly walk away. There was no kiss, no promise, no reason I should know that one small summer afternoon would stay so many years. I may forget 1,000 things as seasons come and go, but you wore a yellow shirt that day, and that much I still know. You gave my book back after class and placed it in my hand. You said you liked the story, but not the way it ends. I carried it home under my arm and left it by my chair. I did not know a folded note was quietly waiting there. It slipped between the pages when I opened it that night. A little piece of paper folded once and written tight. I knew your careful handwriting before I read a word. My heart began to hurry, though the room was still and quiet. A note inside my book, a few words written small. May I call you Friday evening? I hope you do not mind at all. I read it once, then twice again, and held it in my hand. A note inside my book was more than I had planned. I placed it back between the pages, then took it out once more. I closed my little room and sat down by the door. I wondered what your voice would sound like coming through the phone, and what I ought to say to you if we were both alone. A note inside my book, your number at the end. May I call you Friday evening? And underneath, your friend. I smiled at that one little word and whispered it out loud. The house was full of people, but I felt alone somehow. The note was nothing fancy, no flowers and no rhyme, just one small question written down and one suggested time. But love was new and simple then, a few words meant so much. We kept the things we cared about and held them close to us. A note inside my book still brings that night to mind. Your letters leaned a little left, your name was underlined. I did not need to write you back, I knew what I would do. On Friday night, beside the phone, I would be waiting for you. I folded it the way it was and placed it back once more, then closed the book and went to bed a little after 4. Friday evening came so slowly. I was home before 5. I changed my dress, then changed it back, and checked the time again. The telephone stood by the window, quiet on the little stand. Every time I passed beside it, I held your note inside my hand. I was waiting by the phone, trying not to let it show. Every sound out in the hallway made me think it might be you. I had practiced what to say, but the words had all gone wrong. So I waited by the phone and hoped you would not wait too long. Staying so close to that old chair. I told her I was reading, but my book stayed open there. 7:30 came and left me, then the clock moved on to 8. I began to think you might have changed your mind about our date. I was waiting by the phone with your number in my hand. Though I knew that you would call me, I was making other plans. I would smile and speak quite calmly, I would never sound unsure. But when the telephone began to ring, I could not move at all. sister reached to answer, but I hurried from my chair. I lifted up the receiver and softly said, "Hello." For just a moment neither spoke. Then you laughed and said my name. You told me you were nervous too, and I began to feel the same. We talked about the weather and the music that we knew. Then you asked if I was free on Saturday at 2. You said, "Meet me by the record store." I said that I would try, though both of us already knew that I would be on time. I had waited by the phone. Now your voice was warm and near. All the words I could not think of became easy when I heard you. We said goodnight 3 times or more before we ended the call. Then I sat beside the silent phone and smiled there in the hall. I folded up your little note and turned off every light. I went to bed still smiling, with Saturday in mind. The corner early, though I tried to take my time. You were waiting by the record store at 10 minutes before 2. You smiled when you first saw me and opened up the door. We stepped inside together and slowly walked around. Saturday at the record store, looking through the rows, you showed me all the songs you loved and asked me what I knew. Our hands reached for the same old record, then we both let go. Saturday at the record store with nowhere else to be. You knew the names of singers I had never heard before. You turned the records carefully and told me something more. I chose one by its cover, a couple walking in the rain. You said you had that record and often played it late. Saturday at the record store, music soft and low. You told me why you loved each song and smiled as you spoke. We stood together listening beside the window there. The room was filled with music, but I heard your voice the most. The owner found a record he thought that we might like. He placed it on the player and left us side by side. It was a slow and simple song. We listened without words. I looked down at the wooden floor. as gently as could be. Saturday at the record store, the afternoon went by. We talked about the smallest things and never checked the time. The song had reached its ending, but we stayed a little more. Two young hearts taking their time inside that quiet store. I kept that record all these years. Its cover bent and worn. Whenever I remember you, I see that little store. We left the record store at 3. The sun was still outside. You carried our old record, and I walked by your side. The afternoon was warm and still. The street was almost bare. We did not have a place to go, but neither of us cared. We stopped beside a little shop with bottles by the door. You counted all the coins you had, then counted them once more. You asked me which one I would like. I said, you choose for me. You bought a bottle of orange soda and smiled so easily. We shared a bottle of soda beneath the quiet tree. You took one sip and passed it carefully to me. It was only something simple on an ordinary day, but I remember how my hands were trembling anyway. We sat upon a wooden bench and watched the people pass. The cold drops on the bottle were shining on the glass. You told me about your family, the house where you grew up. I listened to each little story and wished it would not stop. We shared a bottle of soda and talked the hours away. The shadows crossed the sidewalk, but we decided we could stay. You asked me if I liked the song we heard inside the store. I said I liked it very much and liked the singer more. You laughed because you understood the thing I could not say. I looked across the busy road and quickly turned away. There was no candle on a table, no flowers in a room, just one cold drink between us on a quiet afternoon. We shared a bottle of soda until there was no more, then walked together down the street past every little store. You held the empty bottle and I held our record tight. We took our time along the road before the afternoon became night. I had forgotten many things from summers long ago, but I remember one cold drink and how I loved you so. The afternoon was fading when we started walking home. You asked me which road I would take. I said I do not know. The shortest way was straight ahead. We both could see the sign, but you turned down a quieter street and I walked by your side. We took the long way home, though neither said the reason. We passed the streets we needed and walked another mile. Every corner brought us closer to the place we had to part. So we took the long way home and gave ourselves more time. The shops were slowly closing and lights came on inside. A woman watered flowers as we quietly passed by. You told me about the things you wanted and places you might go. I listened as the evening came and hoped the road stayed long. We took the long way home beneath the evening sky. You walked a little closer but never asked me why. Our shoulders touched a moment, then we moved apart again. We took the long way home as slowly as we could. We stopped beside a crossing, though there were no cars around. You looked at me and almost spoke, then slowly looked back down. I wondered if you heard my heart or saw my nervous smile. The light had changed to green for us, but we waited for a while. At last we reached my corner where you had to say goodbye. You asked if you could see me again sometime next week. I said that I would like that, then held out my hand to you. You kept it for a moment before you let it go. We took the long way home, and still it felt too short. The houses all were quiet when I walked through my door. I watched you from the window until you left my sight. We took the long way home on that warm summer night. There were many roads between us in the years that came along, but I still see that quiet street whenever I think of home. said it was not very good and almost took it back. Your hair was slightly out of place, your smile was small and shy. I told you I would keep it, though I could not tell you why. Your picture in my wallet went everywhere with me. I opened it when no one looked, just so I could see. It was only black and white, with your name upon the back. Your picture in my wallet was the best thing that I had. I placed it by the old bus ticket and folded notes from you. It fit inside the smallest pocket, like it belonged there too. My friends would ask me why I smiled whenever you came near. I always said it's nothing, and made sure the picture was still there. Your picture in my wallet stayed hidden every day. I looked at it between my classes, then quickly put it away. The corners slowly softened from all the times I held it. Your picture in my wallet was my little secret then. Sometimes when I missed your call or had a lonely day, I took the picture from my wallet and looked at your familiar face. There were no words of love between us, no promises had been made, but every time I saw your smile, my worries slipped away. Years later, I still found it in a box beside my bed. The picture had grown lighter, but I knew you right away. I turned it over carefully and read what you had written for you, so you remember me, and underneath the date, your picture in my wallet went everywhere with me, through ordinary afternoons and places you could not be. It was only black and white, but nothing felt more true. Your picture in my wallet kept me close to you. I held it for a little while, then placed it back again. A small reminder of the days when love was new to us. The afternoon was nearly over. The shops were turning out their lights. We stood together at the corner. Neither one had said goodbye. Your bus was waiting by the station. The driver closed the door. You looked at me and took one step, then turned to me once more. See you again on Sunday. You said it with a smile, as if a week were nothing, as if it were a little while. I watched your bus move down the road until it passed from view. See you again on Sunday. lose my dress and changed my mind again. See you again on Sunday. I heard it in my mind through every quiet morning and every passing night. I marked the day upon my calendar, though I already knew. See you again on Sunday was enough to see me through. Sunday morning came with sunshine. I reached our place at 10. You were standing by the corner with that shy smile again. You asked me if I had been waiting. I said not very long, but I had counted every hour since the day that you had gone. We never needed grand occasions or somewhere new to go. A bench, a walk, a cup of tea were everything we knew. The week was full of ordinary days, but one day stood apart. Sunday was the little door that opened up my heart. See you again on Sunday became our simple way of saying that we missed each other without the words to say. And every time we had to part, I knew what you would do. You smiled and said, next Sunday. And I said, I'll be there too. Some promises are spoken once, then slowly disappear. But Sunday always came for us and brought you back to me. We were so young when we first met, and shy about our hearts. A simple hello stayed with us, and that was how it started. We saved the notes we used to write and waited for each call. The smallest things could make us smile. We did not need much more. Love was simple then, a Saturday together, a Sunday met again. We had no plans for years ahead, no promises to keep. We only knew the time we shared was something we would need. We spent our coins on one cold drink and shared it in the shade. We listened to an old slow song and watched the record play. We walked the longest way back home to make the evening last, and kept a little photograph to hold the moments fast. We were so young, the days moved quietly. A note inside a borrowed book could mean the world to me. bookstore has disappeared, the street has changed its name. The buses look so different now, but I recall the same. The way you waited at the corner, the way you smiled at me, the way we never said too much but understood so easily. If I could walk that road once more, I would not change a thing. I would take the seat beside you and hear the songs we used to sing. I would keep your folded letter and wait beside the phone, then choose the longest road again before I hurried home. We were so young and did not know how fast the years would turn our present days into a distant past. But every time I think of you, those days return somehow. We were so young and happy then, and I can feel it now. A little note, a faded picture, a song we used to know. They bring me back to who we were so many years ago.